Hello, I'm going to be doing a demo on Storyboard That. First thing you need to do is go to storyboardthat.com, and then we're going to go ahead and create an account by clicking the log on. And if you're a new user, you'll go ahead and click this tab, and then you can sign in after you've created your Google account by clicking this button here, or you can also choose to put in your username, email address, and create a separate password if you want to. So I already have an account, so I'm going to go ahead and just log into mine. And when you guys initially log in, it'll probably take you to your dashboard, which looks like this. To go ahead and start working on your first storyboard, you want to go over to the side here, and on this white box it says create a storyboard. Go ahead and click on that, and it should bring up a blank boxes like this. Now, as your requirement, you have to have at least 6 cells or 6 different boxes for your comic. So the first thing we want to do, since we only have 3 here, is to go ahead down to the bottom and click this button, Add Cells. Now you can choose to arrange it however you want. I like it best with the 3 cells on the top row and 3 cells on the second row. So I go ahead and choose this layout. And now you can see I have the 6 boxes here. You can also choose to change the cell size. So if you want them a little smaller so that you can see them all, you can do that as well. And then you'll want to just start adding your backgrounds and characters in your text. So if you see this here, we're on scenes, which allows us to add the different backgrounds. And there's all these different categories. So let's say that if you were doing it for a gym class or a health class or something like that, you might choose athletics. And then we could start off and we could be on the basketball court. So you would just click that and drag it into the cell you wanted it. And then it comes up this little box here where you can change the different things about it. So let's say that maybe we wanted to go more IU themed and make it a red free throw line there. We can also choose to rotate it. The layers is where you can choose to put it to the back or in front of other objects. So as you add in characters and text boxes, you'll want to make sure that they are in front of your background here. So let's go ahead and choose to send to the back, which is your 4th option here. So that way when we add other things on, they will sit on top of this. Now the next thing we want to do is go ahead and add in a character to this box. So we'll click the next tab up here, Characters. And then again, we have a whole range of different selections to choose from here. So probably want to stick with adults because remember, this is geared towards your students. So it's an introduction to your students or more to your parents, I guess, if you have elementary level children. So let's go ahead and just choose, maybe we want this person. So we'll drag them into our frame again, and we could make them a little bigger if we want to. Again, we have lots of things to choose from here. We want to make sure that we bring him to the front, so that way he's in front of the scene. We can also choose to edit the pose. So if we're going to be speaking in this one, or maybe we want them to be walking, we can edit the pose so that they look a little different. You can also change the color of the hair, skin, eyes, shoes, all sorts of things. So you can really get creative with this. So after you add in your character, you also want to add in your text. So the next tab, Textables, lets you do that. Again, there's not quite as many options here, but there's still some different ones. So let's say that we want it to be a comic one. And we'll go with this one. So again, you just click and drag it in wherever you want it. And you can rearrange the size. And then to actually type in the box, it's right here. And you can change the font. You can also change the size. You can change the color. I would just say, you know, kind of stay consistent. So you can say hello. And then just click off of that whenever you're done. So again, just continue doing this. There's also other categories up here: shapes, web and technology. So if you see something in here that you like, maybe you have a Facebook page you want them to follow, or maybe you're on Twitter or something like that, you can go ahead and maybe add in those icons or something if you talk about it. Just make sure that you have at least 6 frames, and also make sure you're continually saving. So when you get done with this first frame, maybe go to save. When you do this, it'll ask it for a title, so you can say like First Day Introduction. And you can also give it some sort of a description. And click Save. And then once you do that, it will actually go ahead and take you back to your storyboard. But you can go back down here and click Edit, and it'll take you right back into the edit mode. So just remember that this is geared towards your parents and your students, and it is an introduction of yourself and your classroom, and sort of what sort of expectations you have and what sort of procedures